Bernice Jones. I was born in the Delta, Belzoni, Mississippi. Well, I was looking around when I moved here. It was too many blacks in this area. Wilson was booming and everything, and I wanted to better my life and have a nice place to live and raise my family. Oh, I got tired of renting. I bought this house in 1958. My whole family, my sisters and my brothers, my mother and my husband and I, there was a bunch of us here when we first started buying, because back then you wasn't making that much money. In order to be able to afford this house, there was quite a few people living here. It was about 6 downstairs and 4 upstairs, about 10 people in the house. Just like one big happy family. My kids had scooters, you know, like go-karts. I went to work, come home, and they was moving out like flies. The white was. My one sister was a New Year baby, so we had New Year dinner, Christmas dinner, and we also played ball, went to Forest Park, had a little team, we played ball and everything. My neighbor next door, she had cheering too, and we would go to Forest Park to play ball. Yes, we had Urban League block unit, 429. Matter of fact, the sign that you see on the pole out there, I was in charge of the block unit. I had those put in. But Lenore Stewart, she was the alderman then. Well, I worked at Laundry, Missouri Baptist Hospital, City number 1, and I retired from BJC. I had twins come to the clinic where I worked, and I had to monitor the babies, you know, the movement of the babies and all that stuff. I know I do a lot of stuff. And then I had 2 jobs. I had a confectionery. The first one was at 1350 Hold'em Out, while the African Garden apartment. Then I moved to Goodfellow and Ridge, 1395 Goodfellow. My husband did construction work. I would work 11 to 7, and I would open the store up. When I got off work at 7 o'clock in the morning, stayed until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, come home and go to bed, go down to City Hospital number 1 on Lafayette and work. And my husband, he worked construction, he'd get off at 4 o'clock. Then he would open the store up from 5 to 10. Well, I had to do that because due to the fact, big stores, they wouldn't come to the confectionery during that time. They only closed at 6 o'clock, the big grocery stores. And I would do my business from 6 to 10. And that's how we survived. And I had to be there to get the milkman, can the man, and deliver person. That's why I had to be at the store so early. Well, the one on 1397 Goodfellow, the city bought me out because they put the African Garden apartment there. And then Greenleaf, they had the store on Ridge for sale. His brother passed, so I bought his building. And the lot on the corner of Hold'em Out and Romaine, I got that from Gabriel Greenery. Tried to keep the neighborhood up and make a nice place to live. It's changed awful, because I used to communicate with the city of St. Louis, Operation Brightside, and I used to write letters to the city street department, try to get them to put salt on this street. They never would do it. I got a lot of letters. I communicate with the city, and when somebody moved out, I have them bolt the houses up and all that stuff. My husband passed, and I just gave it up because we was having a meeting with Better Family Life every Saturday at Father Bob. Well, I tell you one thing, I'm going to stay here until I decide to move. They're not going to run me away because I don't have to live like this. But I chose to do so because the Lord had blessed me. And I prayed to be able to do things for the neighborhood. And I just don't want to walk away and leave it. I can't let go right now. I would like to bring the neighborhood back. And I would like to do all these abandoned houses to be torn down or fixed up or something if I could. Yeah, they wanted me to take out insurance on it, the LRA. And I didn't do it because due to the fact I couldn't shovel the snow down in the wintertime, you know, when you do that. I paid the $1 a year, what they required me to pay. And then I told them I was gonna give it up. And then when I decided to give it up, I went to Gateway Greenery, and they purchased the garden down there for me. And the LRA, Laura, and all of them was helping me, you know, with everything. So it's a funny thing happened with that. LRA wanted me to buy the property, and Gateway Greenery purchased the property. And now the LRA and Gateway Greenery pay to get it cut for me if I would decide I would still work down there. So I just go down there sometime, make sure it's kept up. I went to Cincinnati to see about my brother. I left here on a Wednesday, and that Saturday I was back in St. Louis. He had a heart attack. And I had to come and see about him. He had made me power of attorney, and he was discharging him from the hospital. And I had to bring him here. Good thing I worked for BJC, because I didn't have no doctor here. So my husband and I drove him from Cincinnati here on that Saturday. When I arrived here, Father Bob was standing outside with another priest. I don't know how he knew I had made it home, and gave me $200 to help with my endeavor that, you know, I had had. And after that, everything went smooth. I just brought my brother here and took care of him until he passed. My mother got sick. I took care of her until she passed. And my nephew got sick. I took care of him. Now my husband got sick. So that's quite natural, I stood by him. And now I got my sister here, she got dementia, she's upstairs. Get a good education, a good job, and go to church and praise the Lord and do the right thing. And treat your neighbor like you want to be treated. And if you got property, try to keep it up. And that's the best you can do. Get you a job and don't be out here doing drinking and using drugs and all that stuff. Well, the Lord blesses me, and I won't let go of my faith. When I get down the dump, I start praying. Don't know what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it, but He always step in right on time.